Hey everyone, it's Richard Ridge for Broadway World, and we are live tonight going around the world at Broadway World for the opening of Almost Famous. And I'm here with two of my favorite people. I'm here with Brian Batt and his wonderful husband.
Tom Chunfiki.
Oh yeah.
Hello, how are you?
You got the message. Look dapper as ever.
Come on, it's an
Broadway
opening.
opening.
Yeah, it's opening on Broadway. Dress up.
So how excited are you to be here tonight?
We are. I love the film and Cameron Crowe's work and everyone connected to this, and I can't wait to see it. I've heard great things.
It's a really fabulous musical. Cameron Crowe is one of the nicest people, hands down.
I heard the
Yeah.
interview on NPR, and
Yeah.
I just went, what a nice guy, you know? So I want to see it.
And he wrote, of course, with Tom Kitt. I mean, the two of them had the
Brilliant.
best time in the room, which is really great. Now, you have a new TV movie coming up, right?
Yes, December 1st on NBC,
Okay.
Dolly Parton's Mountain Magic Christmas.
Okay, now let's talk about Dolly Parton again as one of those wonderful people. What was it like getting to know Dolly and work with him?
She's heaven. She
Yeah.
is she's the real deal.
Yeah.
She walks the walk, she talks the talk, but a crazy thing happened. I broke my foot the second day of filming, and we had to work around it, and it took forever to heal.
Yeah.
But you know, a month in Pigeon Forge with Dolly, can't beat it.
Because I was like, what is it like working with her?
You know, she was so concerned about everyone around her. Like when my foot was broken, she made sure I had a proper seat and I didn't have to stand on my foot all the time. She was talking to all the extras and me, introducing herself, and she's just real down to earth.
Now, who do you play?
I play the writer. Actually, I play David Rambo, who is an actual person who is my friend.
Yeah.
And Dolly wanted everyone to play themselves, the writers, the producers, and everything. And they were like, no, we need to do our jobs.
Yeah.
So she said, you get to pick who plays. So you know, some people just got calls. I was one of the lucky ones.
I love this. Now, you go between New York and New Orleans, right?
Yes.
You're doing a business down there, right?
We have a gift and home furnishing store in New Orleans on Magazine Street, and it's about to break open with Christmas, so I probably should be there, but I'd rather be here.
Yeah.
Do you have a website that
We
you sell
do.
through? Yeah, what?
It's called hazelnutneworleans.com. We named it after my grandmother. Her name was Hazel, and she was a nut. So it's a wonderful. People love it. So my favorite is people come in saying we come here every time we come to New Orleans, and it's just fun. So I get the best of both worlds. I'm a New York and New Orleans.
No, because I love that because people are always looking for like nice gifts to give for Christmas. They can go to your website and order, right?
Come on down.
Listen, you both look great. Thank you for kicking us off at Broadway World. Always a pleasure to see you, dapper as ever. So the red carpet has just started here for Almost Famous. We just had, when you look at our footage tomorrow, we just had the cast and creatives on our carpet. Cameron Crowe is one of the nicest people in the world, making his Broadway debut tonight as the writer of his film, for the musical for Almost Famous. More people are arriving down the carpet right now. We'll talk to a few people. It is gorgeous here in New York. Let's see who's coming down here now. Joey, why don't you go to a clip or two from the rehearsal room, which was actually the theater where we caught up with the cast just a few weeks ago before they started their first preview of Almost Famous. We'll be right back. Here. And we're back on the opening night carpet of Almost Famous. Now tell everybody who you are.
I'm Marva Smalls. I'm Global Head of Inclusion and Executive Vice President for Paramount Global.
How exciting is that?
Oh, look, it's exciting. We're a company that's about connecting with audiences, and what better way to do it than here on Broadway?
Well, let's talk about Broadway. We're here tonight for the opening of Cameron Crowe's new musical, Almost Famous. How excited are you to be here?
Look, our offices are right here. Broadway is Paramount. We're excited to bring a new generation of theater goers, as well as those who are fans of the original movie, and connecting with our audiences across platform. What better way than live music, theatricals, and here on Broadway?
Because you've always loved the theater, haven't you?
Well, I have. I'm part of the theater
Yeah.
wing, and so it's just, again, Broadway's back, and we want to be part of continuing to create a strong pipeline of content.
Well, thank you for doing what you do. You look gorgeous as ever.
Thank you.
Have a fabulous time tonight.
Great.
Nice to see you.
All right.
I have one of my favorite people here. Jeb Brown is with me, so we're live going around the world tonight.
Well, how exciting. Why is that?
Because we can do that at Broadway World.
Right.
So for those of you who don't know that, I was first aware of this gentleman. He was in my favorite production of Cat in a Hot Tin Roof on Broadway with Elizabeth Ashley, Keir DeLay, Fred Gwynne, and Kate Reed, directed by the great Michael Kahn up at the Amphitheater. You know that. I told you this many times.
good, yeah.
I used to go to the show once a month when I 1975, right?
That's right, rock and roll theater, but it wasn't a musical.
It wasn't a musical, so I was 15, and he was one of the no-neck monsters. That's what you right? You made your Broadway debut in it,
That's
didn't
right,
you?
Yeah, 10 years old. It was great fun. But my God, how lucky are we? Brand new Broadway musical, the intersection of rock and roll and Broadway. It's one of my favorite spots.
Okay, because of course he loves rock and roll, of course, too. When you grew up, I mean, we have a strange fly that keeps going by us. I think it's because of the lights here, which means it must be springtime here in New York. But I mean, when you were growing up, were you brought up on musical theater and rock and roll?
Yeah, definitely both. And I've been in bands my whole life. And I just, Hair was in the house. That was one of the first records we were, but we were also spinning Oklahoma. So it's like, it was a pure mix.
From Hair to Oklahoma.
Yes. Anything Goes was big early on.
Okay.
Pajama Game. Pearly.
Pearly is one of my favorite musicals, yes.
Fantastic. And that's, maybe not quite rock and roll, but there was still something new.
Gospel
stirring.
and soul and everything else.
Good stuff. Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Two Gentlemen of Verona, yes.
Good stuff, yeah. We can go on and on. In fact, this is where we first saw Grease, isn't it?
This is great. So yes,
This was the Royale.
This is the Royale Theater, yes, and we all saw Grease, yeah. But it first opened at the Eden, and then it moved up to the Broadhurst, and then moved here, where it ran forever.
They had a famous television commercial. They'd
Yes.
say, "See Grease at the Royale Theater."
It started in black and white, and then it went into full color. Remember, look at us. We're like theater aficionados. We could do this all night.
There was a car in that commercial too.
There is a car in that.
Famous
A
car.
famous car in that. Grease Lightning, right?
That's right.
Let's talk about this. I mean, this was one of my favorite movies with my nephews growing up. I mean, tell me when you first fell in love with this movie.
I think I must have seen it opening weekend because I was in LA at the time, and that's what you do in LA is you go out and see things right away. And you kind of knew immediately it was not just a musical of the moment or for that weekend or to make a lot of box office that month. It was kind of forever. It was going to be with us a long time. And here we are.
This was a movie that grew over the years. It's interesting. I mean, like you said, it became this cult and it became a big classic, this movie.
And Kate Hudson, my God, not that we should be honoring the folks who were going to be in the show tonight, but that was a big debut. That was a huge moment for her.
Now, I understand, I think I read that someone else was cast in that role and dropped out, and I think it was Steven Spielberg who said to Cameron, Steven Spielberg said, hire Kate Hudson. And that's what put Kate on the map, right?
Wow, absolutely. You hadn't heard anything about her before that.
Yeah.
And she was fantastic, very ready.
Yeah. I don't think I'm making any of this up. I actually read this somewhere totally. I'm like, you know what?
I'll buy it. It's new to me, but I buy it.
Now, what are you working on? Are you working on a project or something? What are you up to?
There's something called Bo that's opening the... excuse me, I got to come up with it. It's a film festival. It's happening right here in New York.
Yeah, it's one of the film festivals here in New York. The movie's
It's
called
December
Bo, right?
1st, and it's called Bo, and it was written. It's a musical, and it's beautiful. Yeah, it's fun.
Good.
It's really nice. And I happen to play Bo. Yeah.
Oh, you're the lead.
Yeah. Well, I'm the titular character.
I love it. It is always a pleasure to run into you on a carpet, just so you know. One of my all-time favorite people, Mr. Brown.
Oh, you're so sweet. Good to see you.
It's always a pleasure. And you're wearing that rock cowboy sort of thing, right?
You do live nicely.
I do, don't I?
You do.
He's one of my biggest fans. I hope we stay this way tonight.
Yay.
Had the best time. Vanessa Williams is here. I know you're like,
saw you.
I know, boy, but we're live again tonight. I wanted to. I know. I'm always grabbing her out of nowhere. I know you. But listen, you were phenomenal yesterday.
Thank you.
What did it mean to you to sing "Stormy Weather" for the unveiling of the Lena Horne Theater?
It was a full circle moment for sure, because I literally would sing that same song 8 shows a week in that same theater when it was Brooks Atkinson, and to have like a full circle moment of now I'm singing her song that she made famous in her on the opening night of her amazing unveiling of the Lena Horne Theater was amazing. So.
But it was so beautiful watching you sing that with this beautiful little combo. Just go to Broadway World, look at the footage. I mean, it was so beautiful yesterday. But you got to know Lena, of course.
I did.
Yeah, and you won a Lena Horne Award, right?
I did. I won a Lena Horne Award. First time I met her, I burst into tears. But also the fact that I get a chance to, I mean, I did, encores. I did something from Jamaica. I do, It Never Has Seen Snow. I've done St. Louis Woman at encores, which is one of the pieces that she was supposed to do.
Sure.
My career has always kind of like, here's another Lena moment. So she's like, I channel her all the time.
But isn't that amazing, though, because you've watched her whole life, her professional career, her personal career, everything she's stood for. She's,
Well, her activism. I mean, she's known for her beauty, which she was extraordinary, beautiful. You saw Jenny Lamette, her granddaughter, who has the same bones. Those bones are undeniable, those cheekbones. But her fight, which you see in her later in music, if you've seen that, but you see that fire, that what she's had to deal with, the doors that she
blasted through doors for everybody to walk through the front door.
Exactly. So it's an honor.
I know you just finished up an incredible run on Broadway at the Schubert Theater in POTUS. For those of you who missed it, you missed one of the funniest comedies in years, and I've been going to Broadway since I was 10. How much fun did you have?
I had so much fun, and I just thought we were on a we've got a group text with the girls, and they're all coming to see me at 54 Below, December 13th to the 18th, so they're all going to be there.
Tickets are on sale. She's the Diamond Series.
Yes.
She's on sale now. It's going to be incredible for the holidays,
and
right?
I'll be bringing up Leah to sing. She's an incredible
jazz singer.
So I'll be tapping her.
Well, I didn't mean to pull you over, but I adore you from the bottom of my heart, and you were so superb yesterday. Had the best time. I love it. We'll see you at 54 Below. That's Vanessa Williams on the carpet. We got more people coming down. My friend Amir just arrived on the carpet. He's taking some photos right here. We're going to pull him down live. Come on down and visit us. Go ahead. You go. Take your pictures. This is what happens when you come to Broadway. This is so exciting. Like I said, Vanessa Williams looking gorgeous as ever. I mean, stunning. She was gorgeous yesterday too. She had a gorgeous black sequin pantsuit on. Now she's rocking something else on the carpet here. There are more people arriving on the carpet. I think Christopher Wheeldon has just arrived on the carpet too, but we'll get Amir down here and Amy Heckling. Let's see who's over here now, if they'll stop by. Come on, we're live tonight at Broadway World. Come on over. Come on, both of you come over here.
Hi.
I am such a fan of yours, just so you know, but I love this man too, as everybody does.
I've known him for a long time. He's great.
She actually saw me in a play at New York Theater Workshop called Aftermath, and then we collaborated.
Yeah. I mean, he was amazing. And, it's just this little play, but he just stole it.
No, he does. Listen, there's him. No, like I said, how excited are you two to be here tonight for the opening of Almost Famous?
I'm so happy for Cameron. He's just the greatest guy that you could ever meet. And, it's a fun, wonderful movie. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited.
Just to remind people that Cameron wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and she directed it. So let's just be clear in case any Broadway young fans don't know. And it's my first show since we closed.
I know this. I was so happy to see your name on this, that you're on the carpet.
Yeah. I love the Broadway community. I feel like they're one big hug, and I'm hugging them back.
What was it like working with Cameron?
Cameron, I mean, I'm the luckiest person in the universe. My first movie was a Cameron Crowe script. I mean, God was looking out for me.
Well, you were superb. Thank you for dropping by at Broadway World. I adore your work. You, Miss Circuit, over here. The Kite Runner, one of the best things I've seen in years. Like I said, you're phenomenal as always. Had the best time tonight. Nice to see you. Christopher Wheeldon just arrived on the carpet. We're live tonight. Come on over, you two. Yeah, we're live again. Doing live. How are you again? Nice to see you again.
This is amazing.
I'm wearing my leather. I'm doing my rock and roll. I never do this. I usually do ties and whatever, but I think I'm going to rock it out on the carpet tonight.
Why not? The night's good.
How excited are you two to be here tonight?
Really excited, really excited. Leah Volek, who is the lead producer, was our lead producer on MJ, so we are here to support her and the team and then the show. Yeah.
Huge fan of Cameron Crowe, of course, so we're super excited for tonight.
He is the nicest man in the
He's
world.
so lovely.
I've gotten to know him all during this process. He's like my favorite new person. He's like just so down to earth. Everybody loves him, and he's having the time of his life. I said to him, I said, you know, what's it like working on Broadway? He loves it.
Yeah, we saw him actually one night during previews. We all gathered for drinks afterwards, and he was. We were comparing notes. He'd seen MJ, a few weeks before, and I think he's really getting a kick out of being on Broadway. Yeah.
Congratulations on the continued success of MJ. It's one of the hottest tickets in town. I mean, everybody loves that show. It must feel so great for you to walk the streets. All the marquees are lit. You got full houses at MJ. It must make you feel so great.
It's really exciting. It really is. I'm not going to lie. We had a great Halloween. We had a big special Halloween night.
I know you did.
Which was
now, who came for Halloween? Someone special, right?
Yes. Actually, we had a very, very special guest. We had the original lady who was in the Thriller video.
Miss Olin Ray.
Thank you, Miss Olin Ray.
Miss Olin Ray, who came from Thriller.
Dreadful to save the day. Thank you for that.
Of course, you know.
And the Frida Kahlo family were there as well.
I know.
Yeah, which was
that was the place to be on Halloween. Was it MJ?
I think it was.
Well, like I said, I adore your show. I just love that you do Broadway. And MJ was one of the first shows to help bring Broadway back and everything else. So congratulations. Always to see you, my friend, as always. Dapper as ever. Have a great time tonight. David Bryan, come on down. We're live tonight. Who is this you're with? We met you before. Richard Ridge. Come up a little closer. Come this way. Come on over. I want both of you here. We are live tonight going around the world for BroadwayWorld. I adore Cameron Crowe. He's one of the nicest people. Did you know Cameron well?
No.
Okay, this is...
I know his work,
yeah.
but I don't know him.
No, because I talked to him, we were talking earlier last week, and I said, David came to write for Broadway and everything else. He's enjoying this process so much, and the Broadway family.
That's great. I mean, he's welcome here. I mean, his track record is pretty insane.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever asked you, what do you enjoy the most about writing for the theater?
I think that the greatest thing is making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Especially when Joe DiPietro and I sit there with a blank piece of paper, and then all of a sudden this happens on the paper, and then it happens on stage.
Yeah.
It's like a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that you can get all this stuff out of your brain, and then it takes a village to get it happening, but it's so rewarding.
Yeah. What's it like for him? I mean, we all knew him from the rock world first, and then of course I fell in love with him from the theater world. What was he like at home writing for the theater?
I think the diversification between being in Bon Jovi and doing this is it allows David to be whatever he imagines it to be, from the sky to his head to the pages. Gives him a lot of freedom. Yeah.
And this is such a famous movie too. I mean, almost famous. But I mean, everybody. I fell in love with this movie with my nephews, and it was one of those movies that grew. It's become a classic over the years. When did you all first fall in love with it?
Just when we first saw it.
Yeah.
I first saw it. It's like I'm in a band, so I have a different take on it. That's why I'm really excited to see how he adapted it. But it's pretty funny. It's the ebbs and flows of what a career is and how you start. And next year's our 40th anniversary of being signed as a band, that's a lot of ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
More flows than ebbs.
Wait till you see what they've done with this. It's really great. Thank you always for dropping by. Always a pleasure to see you, Dave. Always a pleasure. You're rocking it out. I love the looks on the carpet. This is really great. That's what you do. Have a great time tonight. Now, Brenda Vaccaro has just arrived on the carpet, too. She's coming down, taking pictures right now. It's a very, very exciting opening tonight. Like I said, David Bryan and his wife just left us. Vanessa Williams just left us. It's been very, very exciting. Amir, who just closed in The Kite Runner. I love her. She's one of the best people on the carpet when you see her. Of course, I know Brenda Vaccaro, of course, from all these fabulous movies like Midnight Cowboy and everything else. But of course, she started on Broadway in the musical How Now, Dow Jones. She starred in with Tony Roberts. And of course, she starred in Neil Simon's Last of the Red Hot Lovers. And she was also in Cactus Flower on Broadway, besides being an incredible film star and everything else. And she and Sally Struthers did the female version of The Odd Couple on Broadway. She's always a pleasure to have on the carpet. I'm going to see if she's going to drop by and see me. when she comes down here. Like I said, it's a gorgeous night on 45th Street. It's a beautiful summer night here. Everyone is arriving for the opening night of Almost Famous to catch up. See, this is what it's all like. It's all like this on the carpet. Oh, this is fabulous. Brenda, come on down. I know you. I know you. We're live. Come on over. We're live again. Richard. Yes. Yes, totally. Come on. Come on. Both of you come on over. Hey, Chris. Richard Ridge. How are you? All right. I was just telling everybody as you were walking down the carpet, I mean, I love to watch when you arrive on a carpet. You love Broadway. You're always, the fans love to see you. I was telling them all that, you know, you did How Now Dow Jones on Broadway, Last of the Red Hot Lovers, Cactus Flower, The Odd Couple.
How Now Dow Jones closed.
No, well, of course, we know, but
still great.
But it was a great show, right?
Oh, I loved it. I had so much fun.
You worked for David Merrick.
Yeah, oh God, he was crazy.
He was crazy, but everybody...
But I loved him. He was a great producer.
Yeah.
But he would fire people at lunch.
He would. You'd come back and there'd be like someone else there, right?
Arthur Penn and Gillian Lynn at lunch. At lunch. I mean, he was amazing, but he was a great producer. I loved him.
But you've worked with some incredible people on stage. You've done the Neil Simon shows. I mean, you got to do the female version of The Odd Couple with Sally Struthers. How much fun was that doing that on stage?
Well, she was great. Opening night, you know what she said to me? I had to learn all those lines. And I was panicked. I was peeing. I was so nervous. She walked past me during the show and she said, I'm so goddamn proud of you. I don't know what to say. So it just gave me the spirit to go on. You know what I mean?
And being back...
How are you? You look very chic.
I got my rock and roll gear on tonight. You know, I'm always in a suit and a tie, so I'm like, I want to like rock it out tonight, right? Have you met Cameron Crowe yet?
No, I haven't. Is that him?
Yes, and when you meet him, he's the nicest man in the world, the nicest man.
I'm happy for him. Did you remember seeing this movie, how great it was?
I love this film.
And how great Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. So I was just talking to someone, you know, someone had dropped out of that role, and it was Steven Spielberg who told Cameron Crowe, hire Kate Hudson, and that actually made Kate Hudson's career. Yeah.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
I love stories like that.
Yeah, I hope I'm not making it up.
Like
no, I actually read
30 stories.
It's like those 30 stories where people become famous. Like
Carol Lombard walked into the office, but it was Bob Booby who said,
hire her, right?
Booby. Who said to Harry Wiley, hire her.
Hire her, and then the rest was history, right?
It's so great, though. I mean, show business is great.
See, but you are show business. I mean, all the movies you've made, everything else, and you work with so many incredible people on stage, screen, and TV.
Do you know what I found the other day on YouTube? Somebody showed it to me. It's my scene with Al Pacino, and You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah.
And it's the best scene. We had no script. We were improvising it. And it's on YouTube, and I watched it again, and I thought, it was like flying on a Persian rug and just going off in the, because no script.
Improvising,
He said to me before we did it, it was 8 in the morning, he said, we're off the script, okay? And I'm standing there on camera, I went, huh? He said, well, we're off the script, it's too thin. I went, okay.
And you did it.
It was cinematic history.
Oh my God.
He even said that was his, but it was
It's cinematic history.
He said that was cinematic history. I went, really? Yeah. Never heard anybody say that, ever.
That is the best.
So there are things to be proud of.
Sure there is. Listen, head on down there. That's
you.
Yep. You know Emilio, go make your magic. Go ahead. See, this is what happens on a Broadway carpet. Listen, go make your magic.
His name and how old
Emilio. I adore you, Chris. I will see you on the next carpet.
It's always so much fun.
We'll see you all soon.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Enjoy time. That's Brenda Vaccaro on the carpet.
It's bright, baby.
That's how you do it. Come on over. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, nice to see you again. Richard Ridge, come over. Stand right here. We're going live we're live tonight at BroadwayWorld. That's how we do it. I love this. Look at this.
Just a simple heel. Why do I wear heels when I don't need to wear heels?
Because you look gorgeous in them. How excited are you to be here tonight?
I can't wait. I'm a huge fan of the film, so I'm intrigued to see how it translates. It's going to be great.
It is so wonderful. Cameron Crowe, I think, was just on the carpet. He's one of the nicest people in the world, Cameron Crowe. Yeah, and he loves the whole process of writing for the theater.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to see.
Do you have a night off tonight?
I do. I was given the night off. Can you believe? Yes, so I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be able to sit and watch theatre instead of doing it.
Well, of course, tell everybody who you are.
My name's Callum, and I play Lola in Kinky Boots.
I just like to hear him talk, but it's like, so he's so phenomenal in Kinky Boots. You know, if you haven't seen it, go see it at
Stage 42.
I know it had different names, but Stage 42.
I believe it changed names, didn't it? But it's Stage 42.
Stage 42. Now, you've done Kinky Boots in many different countries, right?
Yes. Too many.
Yeah.
Five companies, 3 continents.
5 companies in 3 countries. In 3 countries. That's amazing.
Yes, I know. It's been fun. She's been good to me.
Yeah, she has been.
Really
How much fun is it playing that role and doing that show that has so many beautiful messages in it?
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? It's the message. It's the message that is absolutely wonderful, and it is fun. It's hard. It's hard, but the fun outweighs it. So, and then I get nights off sometimes to enjoy myself.
You are so wonderful in this show, just so you know, because your Lola is from the heart.
Thank you.
And I think that is really wonderful.
I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
What has it meant to you to be back here during this season, being a part of this in New York?
I love New York. As a little British boy, it still surprises me in pinch me moments that I get to come to opening nights on Broadway. It's fun. I'm excited to be here.
This is a big deal. It's a big, beautiful carpet here. It's a gorgeous night, right?
And I have a big old coat that I didn't need. I'm like,
but you never know.
It's New York. Of course you don't.
Like I said, you were phenomenal. Thank you for joining us tonight at BroadwayWorld. Good to see you as always. Have a great time tonight. Like I said, go see Kinky Boots at Stage 42. There are other people arriving on the carpet. Why don't you, I'm not sure if they're going to come down yet, so Joey, why don't you go back to the theater for some interviews with the cast, and we'll be right back on the carpet of Almost Famous. Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. The new musical Almost Famous, which is based on Cameron Crowe's beloved film, is in previews here at the Jacobs Theater, where we drop by to meet the company before their November 3rd opening. You're about to open on Broadway, my friend. How does it feel?
It's wild. My heart is just thumping away here. I'm just still blown away when I walk into the theater and see what's happening here.
Okay, so it was your mom who introduced you to the theater in the first place.
She did.
What was that like? Was it the Old Globe?
It was the Old Globe in San Diego. We lived right across the street. And, you know, she would say, like, come on, we just walk across the bridge. It's going to be as you like it. It's wonderful. It's Shakespeare. I'm like, can I stay here and listen to my contraband rock records? Do I really have to go to the theater? Oh, you'll brag about it one day. She took me to many plays. And years later, as life can sometimes be, the ironies were deep when they said you can do your, out-of-town tryout with Almost Famous, the musical, like here, or Boston, or San Diego. I'm like, where in San Diego? The Old Globe. I'm like, okay. I used to go to Shakespeare at the Old Globes. Totally bragging.
How did this all come about for you to write, Tom?
Well, thankfully, I got called in to meet with Cameron and our producer, Leah Volek, and I was just looking forward to getting in the room and telling Cameron what his writing has meant to me. Of course, I wanted the job, but it's a conversation that I've been dreaming of having. And I joked, thankfully, I said enough good things that I was hired, and we hit it off immediately. I think one of the first emails he sent me was he was up traveling in Canada and was at Neil Young's house. And I thought, I'm really working with Cameron Crowe. This is unbelievable. And you mentioned this room at the Sony building, the Red Room, the picture of Glenn Gould on the wall. We wrote a number of songs in our first session. That first meeting happened in the summer of 17. So in the winter of 18, we wrote 5, 6, 7 songs that are still in the show to this very day.
We are so excited. It's like coming home. It's like we waited so long to finally get to make our way here after the out of town in 2019, and like the stalled plans of pre-pandemic, and then after everything that happened to have come back last fall with Waitress, and then to finally get to do a brand new Broadway show in a Broadway theater is just the freaking dream. It doesn't get better than this.
There's nothing like having people in seats giving tactile feedback the second you say something, the second you feel something. I've missed it and I was craving it. And I mean, the Jacobs is such a phenomenal space because it's so intimate. It feels like we're all together in the storytelling. and it's incredible. I mean, I couldn't pick a better show to be my first
Broadway show.
That's it. Broadway debut.
This story about the love of music, but also about family.
Hey everybody, it's Richard Ridge for Broadway World, and we are back on our opening night red carpet for Almost Famous, and I'm here with Cameron Crowe, live with you tonight, and his son. What is your name?
I'm Bill. Nice to meet you guys.
Bill, how excited are you to be here tonight for your dad?
I'm so excited. I'm the most proud I ever could be. It's insane.
So what was it like when he told you, I'm going to write a musical version of Almost Famous?
What? What was that? Yeah, and then I was like, wow, that really, really works.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
Granny will be a
of
character
course.
in it.
Oh, and then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So you've been following the process all through this, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So what are you the proudest of him, like during this whole process of him? Because we love him now. He has to stay on Broadway, your dad, just so you know this. He's got to write something else.
I'll peer pressure him into staying. Oh, my favorite part.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is seeing like the proto version of it in San Diego. And then I'm very excited to see how much it's changed. I haven't seen the previews. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet here on Broadway?
I have not. So I've only seen it back in San Diego at the Globe. It was the Globe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how it's changed, what's new, and I'm here for everything. I'm here for the experience.
So when you saw that first performance at the Globe, like you heard the show start, the curtain went up, like what went through your mind?
Wow. Yeah. I'm speechless.
No, seriously, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was speechless.
Yeah.
I love the movie, and that's not just bias speaking.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
He hears the first rough drafts in the living room. You know,
I do.
so
A lot of the
that's when he
time.
hears it.
Sometimes I'll say, I don't know if that line works.
He's a writer too, Richie. So
Yeah.
you know, sometimes it's like, it's pretty Cameron Crowe. You might want to, flesh it out a little bit.
Yeah.
How old were you when you realized what your dad did? I love to ask like kids if
That's a good question. Like what he did, I think really young, maybe around 10, 11, 12, around that time. Yeah.
So you're a writer now. Do you want to write screenplays? Do you want to write novels? Do you want to write for like the rock and roll world?
Ooh, I love rock and roll. I love metal.
Yeah.
Everything
Nice.
about me screams that I love
Oh, I
metal.
love the rings. I love all of these. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I get it from the best, of course. But I'm a big fan of writing kind of high concept screenplays.
Love it. All right.
Action. He's good at the action.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at.
Teaching me.
A little different from Cameron, but
Yeah. I'm learning.
Would you like to write for the theater?
Wow.
After you see this tonight,
I think my answer will be yes.
Yeah, totally.
It already is.
Yeah.
Sure, but after this, it's gonna be yes.
We're working on you, Billy. We're working on you. Yeah.
But isn't this all surreal though? Because I said we fell in love with your dad, and it's like he's got Broadway in his bones now, and it's like he's going to have to do this now. But I mean, this is like it's a gorgeous. You know, this musical has been here this year to help Broadway open up all over again. The fans love this. They haven't named the fans for the musical yet, have they? I asked some of your cast members because I know people who have seen this like 4 and 5 times already, and Broadway shows always name their fans that come to the theater. So we have to like name the Almost Famous fans that come back for the musical.
Roadies or Band-Aids?
Roadies, Band-Aids. Yeah, that
The Band-Aids, all right.
Yeah, we'll work on this. Richie.
Workshopping it,
Yeah, okay.
Well, the Broadway World, you heard it here. They're workshopping. It could be called the Band-Aids. Listen, like I said, we love him. I'm so glad that you dropped by to talk to us. Like I said, really nice. All right.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Totally, all right. Have a great time tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Amazing.
Oh, it's a real pleasure. Look, this is what happens on Broadway. This is what happens. Oh, Anna Villafanier is here too, who I love too. You have everybody. There's such a fan. All your friends that have come out tonight too. It's so great. Enjoy it, my friend.
Take care.
Oh, I love this. How are you? Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're live. We're just going to let everybody know that she's here. It's all good though. So Anna Villafanier she's here on the carpet. Other people are here on the carpet. It's all wonderful. How you doing over there? Enjoy tonight as always. Like I said, Anna Villafanier just arrived on the carpet. She's had some work done, you know. So she looks gorgeous as ever.
Thank you.
Gorgeous as ever. Thank you for joining us tonight on the carpet. For Karen, I know you look gorgeous. I think that was Steely Dan, wasn't that? I think that was that Steely Dan, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you get a shot down there. He was the creator. That's Donald Fagen of Steely Dan with Cameron Crowe on the carpet. That's really great. Let's see. Oh, Paul Rudd just arrived on the carpet. I'm not sure if he'll stop, but Paul Rudd has just arrived on the carpet. Dapper as ever. I'd love to know if he'd like to come back to Broadway and something. We've all fallen in love with him with movies and everything else, but I'd love to know if he'd actually like to come back to Broadway, where we all first fell in love with him. I mean, the first show I saw Paul Rudd in was The Last Night of Ballyhoo, I think was the first. But he's here tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's going to drop by or whatever. I don't really know.
I know, but you know,
It's old. We're live, Paul. Will you stop for a second?
Yeah.
BroadwayWorld, come on over. Richard Ridge, good to see you. I was just telling fans that I think we first fell in love with you on Last Night at Ballyhoo, right?
That was the first time you fell in love with me.
No,
yes.
seriously, was that your first Broadway show?
That was my first Broadway show.
See, I told you that's your first. And then Grace, of course.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
This is what I do. I can't tell you anything
you're
else.
an encyclopedia.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
Oh, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I mean, I love the movie. I'm really excited for the show. I'm a big fan of Tom Kitt, and Cameron Crowe is brilliant. So this is, I'm really looking forward to
Cameron Crowe is the nicest man. He's a new addition to Broadway.
He's the nicest. He really is. I think everybody says that about him. I've met him on a few occasions, and he really is the greatest guy.
And then Tom Kitt, of course. Tom said it's just been like a big pinch me moment that he could be in the room with him creating with Cameron Crowe.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. I know, it must be.
Now, we've lost you to...
But I would say that Cameron probably feels the same way about
he does, totally. Yeah. We've lost you to film, but we all fell in love with you on stage. Would you like to come back to the theater?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would, I want to do another play for sure. Yeah. I really should have spit out my gum before I did
No, it's all good. I've got a mint in my mouth anyway.
You do? You're so good at it. I would never have known
hide
that.
it on my side.
I mean, I got a pinch. I had it under my tongue, but then then it was starting to come out as I was spitting. Yeah. Well, thank you for not saying anything. But yes, I'd love to do a show sometime soon. It's been too long.
But it feels nice to be back. All the marquees are lit again. Broadway is back. I mean, it's exciting, right?
It is. It's very exciting. There's so many good shows going on right now, and this is another one we're going to get to add to the list.
Real nice to see you, my friend. As always, really nice, Paul Rudd. Thank you very much, my friend. That's Paul Rudd on the carpet. Like I said, we all fell in love with him on the theater and everything else. More people are arriving. Let's see who else is here. This is very exciting. You want to go back to the rehearsal room? You want to go back to the theater for some interviews? But like I said, Last Night at Ballyhoo, Grace, Paul Rudd.
Mom, or as I'm known in this building, almost mom to everybody. I have so leaned into being the mom on stage and off, and also I'm a mom in real life now. That has been an extraordinary, it feels so even serendipitous, the sort of motherhood of it all, and the beautiful like symbiotic nature of doing a show where if I wasn't a mother off stage, I wouldn't be able to be as good a mother on stage, and then how much this show, oddly, the size of the role, the support of the team and stage management and the producers have so supported me being a mother in my real life that has been unbelievably special.
I'm having the time of my life, man. I cannot believe we're finally here. All of the last 4 years of work that we've done to develop this show are finally
And we are back for our opening night red carpet coverage of Almost Famous, and I am here with one of my all-time favorite people. Jesse Mueller is here, and we're actually across from the Imperial, where you did a little show, right?
Yes, a little nice work.
But something else you did there.
And carousal.
And carousal. I was gonna say something like carousel. Rodgers and Hammerstein's carousel.
Yes.
No, but seriously, isn't it wild to be on this carpet?
Yeah, I feel like it's always a little wild, especially like post-pandemic. It's just always a little.
Well, it's so weird though, because
look at all these famous people.
No,
these almost famous people.
The rock world's here. I mean, Cameron Crowe is the nicest person in the world. I've gotten to know him for the past few weeks. I just interviewed him again with his son.
Oh, I love that.
I said, you have it. It's like Sarah Bareilles. I'm like, it's in his DNA now. It's in his bones.
Yeah. Like he gets it. Well, I go way back with Anika Larson, so she's been telling me good things from the get-go and just how excited she's about this. And
well, she's having the time of her life in this.
Oh, yeah.
because you all worked together in Beautiful, right?
Yeah, we did. And I worked with Drew Gayling. Drew Gayling was in the...
Wait, do you see? Oh, I wish you had seen Drew early, because now we do the cast beforehand.
Okay.
So it looks like they're going to the prom. He has a gorgeous, like,
They all got dressed up.
yes, they're all in 70s gear. No, in 70s, like,
Love it.
and Drew looks like right out of the 70s, someone's yearbook.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's totally, yeah, he was all for that, I'm sure.
Okay, so you just finished Guys and Dolls at the Kennedy Center. You were phenomenal in that. You gave us your own Miss Adelaide, and that's hard to step into the shoes of Vivian Blaine when we all had her like in our, like, listen to the cast album or listen to or watch the movie.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like playing her?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like there are little isms that you kind of like.
Well, you
it's like
have
you
to.
can't not do that, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that fun sort of things
Yeah.
that make it iconic. But yeah, then you just got to find your way into somebody's skin. But I had a ball with her. I had a ball. It was really, really fun. It's such a great group of people.
Oh, I was going to say, what a cast you had. James Monroe.
Oh yeah.
You had Steven and Philippa and Kevin Chamberlain and Rachel.
Oh yeah. I mean, we just kind of.
Yeah.
There was a lot of laughing. I will say that. There
Yeah.
was a lot of cutting up in the room. But you know, it's a comedy. We got to
Yeah.
do things like that. Yeah.
But everybody who saw that show said, oh my God, it was one of the best productions of Guys and Dolls they had ever seen.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I mean, of course, there's the Nathan and the Faith one, which is right down the street of the Martin Beck, but I mean, everybody loved, it's classic. I mean, Frank Lesser is classic.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those shows you kind of, as long as you don't get in the way, like it's going to work. It's
Yeah.
that well written.
But how cool is it? All the marquees are lit again. I mean,
I know.
audiences are coming back. Isn't it exciting?
Well, yeah, I was down here the other day and I hadn't been in Midtown for a while, and I was just sort of like roving through the lights and and looking at all the new marquees and be like, oh my gosh, that's happening and that's happening and that's happening. So it was my eyes were
Like the
opened.
opening of That Girl with Marlo Thomas. If you look at the old That Girl, all the marquees go by,
Yeah. It's cool. It's really cool to see it all lit up again, like you said.
You look gorgeous as ever. Thank you for dropping by to see me as always. All right, my love, have a great time tonight. Thank you. You're all rocked out. We're live again. Look at you. I'm doing my. I got my rock. I got my. Well, I think it's plethora. You look. Is that a word? You look plethora. It's not leather. It's like plethora.
Mine is too. Vegan.
Yeah, I'm wearing vegan. No, seriously, I'm wearing vegan. I think. I bought this.
It's a hip thing to do.
I got this at Daffy's. Just remember Daffy's?
I love Daffy's.
All right, Daffy's. All right, I miss Daffy's, not just for the clothes, but for their home goods like frames and all this stuff.
What else I miss Loman's.
I miss Loman's
I'm a big
too.
Loman person.
No, Century 21, which I hear is coming back.
Purchase.
It's a good Loman's purchase.
Vegan.
But you are rocking it out tonight.
Thank you.
How excited! Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is
How?
really cool.
All right. Cameron Crowe is one of the nicest men in the world.
On the planet.
Yeah.
On the planet. That's all I'll say. I'll reiterate what
Yeah,
you just
totally.
said. Really.
Did you know him?
No.
Oh, well, you're going to meet him inside, and he is the nicest person in the world. And working with Tom Kitt and vice versa. Tom Kitt. Yeah.
I'm a big old Tom Kitt fan. Next to Normal was a show I did 6 times, so I love it. They're amazing.
Now, how well did you know the movie?
Pretty well. I haven't seen it in a while. I didn't want to watch it again because I wanted to like go, oh yeah, that's right. I remember this. So I kind of laid back on that. Yeah.
It was great though because this movie is sort of like it's become a classic after all these years, right? I mean, it's just as popular today as it was when it first came out.
And I think a lot of people are doing their Broadway debut in this show, right?
There are so many Broadway debuts because we did the cast beforehand. I was like,
You did?
there's a lot of them. They're all in there. Look, they're all in there. Look, they're all up there.
They're all
Look at
like
this.
saying,
They're all up
hi
there.
guys,
Like,
hi guys.
Look, they're all screaming.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
like the first Broadway show. That's amazing, right?
Look, he's going up. This is like old school. Look at
Totally
this.
old
This is
school.
like, right?
When the lights go out, we come out here. We dim the lights. It's like, this is the thing to do. Oh, so good to see you.
I adore you. Get over here. Have the best time tonight, alrighty?
Thank you, guys.
I love these two. We're live tonight. Come on over here, you. I'm like the screaming, the banshee. I look at this. How are you?
Has been years because I stalk you on Facebook.
Oh, listen, the little one, how old?
3.5.
Come on over. We are live tonight. We're going all around the world.
Oh my gosh.
At BroadwayWorld. You are rocking the carpet, both of you.
Oh, thank
like
you.
you.
Wow.
Mom
Yeah.
and Dad's night out.
Who's got the little one?
Mom, my mom, Grandma, she's in town.
It's nice when grandmas are like near or in town, right? You're like,
Fly them in for fun things.
it's cheaper that way. We'll fly you in, stay for a month, and we're going out.
That's right.
How excited are you two to be here tonight?
So excited we haven't been to a Broadway opening in years. I think
Yeah.
it was your opening in SpongeBob years
we
ago.
had a baby, and then the pandemic hit. We were like, we're having a baby, we're taking a break. And then he turned 1, pandemic hit, and we were like, I guess we're taking another break.
It's basically our first night out in 4 years, so we're very excited.
But you know what? The one silver lining of the pandemic was you got to watch him grow, and you got to be there with him. So I'm sure you're like, we don't really care being at home. We're watching him grow, right?
It's the best. It's the best. We can't wait to put him to work.
Yeah. Get it.
Yeah, such a gift.
It's like work at one of the theaters, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Listen, have a date night out. Always a pleasure to see you two. You both look awesome. Have the best time tonight, alrighty? Good to see you. I got Kenny Leon live on the carpet tonight. We're live again. Come over here, you. This is great. I was just with you yesterday. I was telling someone earlier, the Ohio State murders. I cannot wait to see that. I mean, we talked yesterday. Tell me what it's been like, because I'm sure you just left the rehearsal room.
I'm nervous.
Oh, you can't be.
It's amazing to watch Audra McDonald work. She's pulling everything out of me, and I'm pulling everything out of her. And I'm so excited for Adrienne Kennedy, this wonderful writer who's been waiting since she was 15 years old to have her Broadway debut. I just hope I honor her in a beautiful way. And to be in the James Earl Jones Theater on Broadway, that's a great thing too.
You have everything going for you. I mean, no one directs the way you do. And I love that you've taken this script, like Audra said, you like stripped this whole thing away and you have a whole new conception of how you want this to play out on the stage, right?
Absolutely. That's a director's job, to see how the play speaks to us and come up with a concept that allows the playwright's intentions to hit the people in the seats today. So we're excited. We got like 5 more days and then the world will see it.
Okay, so the playwright is now 91?
Yes, she's 91 years old.
91 years young.
She's great. She's great.
And she's making you. It's because of you and Audra that she's making her Broadway debut. I mean, I've read some of her plays before, and I read this one, but you're helping bring her to make a Broadway debut at 91. That must make you feel so great.
Yeah, what an honor. I mean, a lot of young kids, teenagers, college students. Everyone should know about Adrienne Kennedy. She's a master.
But that's what's great when they come to see the Ohio State murders, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's written other plays. Now I'll go read them.
Absolutely.
And continue a conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you got Top Dog, Underdog, which if you haven't gotten tickets to that, get them now. Watching those two gentlemen work together.
Man, Yahya Mateen, Corey Hawkins, they're the best. They're the best. I couldn't ask for more. So yeah, come down to the Golden and see Top Dog, Underdog. That's great. But I'm here for Almost Famous tonight.
Oh.
So it's great.
Cameron Crowe is one of the nicest men. Have you met him before?
Yes, in passing, but I really don't know him. I'm looking forward to meet his work halfway tonight.
I just love it. It's always great to see you, Kenny, on the carpet, and I'll see you opening night. Really a pleasure. Like I said, Top Dog, Underdog is right next door. And of course, the Ohio State murders, he is bringing back 6-time Tony Award winner Audra McDonald back to Broadway. And the playwright of the show is 91 years young, and she's making her Broadway debut. And that's, of course, because of Kenny Leon and, of course, because of Audra McDonald. Broadway is so exciting. Oh, my God, Michael Urie has just arrived on the carpet. I'm not sure if you can get a shot of him arriving on the carpet. He is rocking it out, too, in his, I think that's ultra suede or something. I think that's really fabulous, what he's got on. I'm not sure who he's with because I can't see very well. Can you tell who that is? I got all my peeps next to me helping me out here. We're going to figure out who this all is. This is great. Like I said, it is a stunning night on Broadway. It feels like a summer night. All the marquees are lit. People are still arriving for the Broadway debut of Cameron Crowe of Almost Famous. Let's see if they'll pop on down. I love that. It's sort of like purple gray. I love that. That's really fabulous. I love that. He's looking down because he's talking to Marie, one of my all-time favorite people from O&M. Everyone's hugging and doing the kissing down here on the carpet. Checking out photos and everything else. He's got pearls on, I think. I love this, Michael. I want to see what that is. Oh, he's got pearl bracelets on, too. I'm going to see if we can get them down here doing their rock thing. Like I said, this is what Broadway does. Everybody meets up on the carpet. Everybody sees everybody. Jenny's now taking pictures of him. Emilio's taking pictures of him. They're all laughing down there. It's all very, very exciting. Doing photo shoots on the carpet of Almost Famous. They're back to taking more pictures on the carpet. Michael's taking his solos. There's a whole bunch of people. Curtis Holbrook and his beautiful wife, They're on the carpet right here. Date night out, of course. We have missed them. He's rocking it out too. I love Curtis's glasses. Here they go. Look. That's how you do it. That's Broadway dancing at its finest. Let's see, they're working their way down. We're live, come on down. Come on down, I've been vamping with you too. I know you, Richard Ridge, yeah, so we're live going around the world. So I've been vamping as you, I was like, and then Michael's got his beautiful ultra suede on, and he's got his pearls on. I'm like, maybe we'll get him down here. You two are rocking out the carpet from the late 70s.
Oh my God, thank you. Tried to fit the vibe.
Earlier, Mary was like, what are we wearing? And I said, we're rocking out.
Yeah, totally. I've got my plethora on.
You look fantastic.
Well, I usually wear like a regular suit and tie. I'm like, I've got my boots on. I got my rock boots on. I'm like, I'm going to rock it out. Was this something you had in the closet or you called someone? No, seriously.
I always have the most random thrift clothes. I have an addiction, actually, to thrift store shopping. It's a little bit of a problem, but tonight it worked out. And
Where you could pull it all out of the closet and say, I'm going to do, the pants are stunning. The shoes, I mean, this is right out of the 70s.
Thank you so much.
And where did you get yours from? Like this, is this Ultra Suede Halston? Is this Halston Ultra Suede, or is this like, Steely Dan, 1977?
It is Steely, stolen from other jobs.
Love it.
Steely from other jobs.
Did you work in where did these come from?
These are a thrift store, an LA thrift store find. These,
I love these. Mother of Pearl, I love these.
I know.
And you got this one around your neck too, right?
Yeah, come on.
All right, how excited are you to be here tonight?
Well, this movie was, this is one of my favorite movies of that era. I had not the VHS, I had the DVD.
Okay. I had the VHS.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
It was, but I saw it in the theater. I mean, I remember when this movie came out, it was so huge for me. And Cameron Crowe, I mean, my God.
Wait, do you know Cameron?
No.
All right. I have fallen in love with this man over the past 3.5 weeks. Seriously, no, like, is he here? Yes, he's here. And you will spend a lot of time with him. He is so nice. He has loved the whole process of writing for Broadway, writing with Tom Kitt. He loves everybody in his company. I mean, his son is a writer. His young son was on the carpet with me tonight too. I mean, he just, once you get that Broadway thing in your muscle memory, it's like Sarah Bareilles. It's like she has to stay here, right?
Yeah, it's like a fungus, and
a good one.
Yeah.
Like mushrooms, right?
Yeah, like a
positive mushroom fungus or whatever, right?
Medicinal.
Medicinal,
Absolutely. That's cool. Do you think he'll do more shows? Do you think he'll write?
I already asked him. I said, you have to. I asked his son too. I said, now do you want to write for the theater now that your dad does it? He said, yeah, we're going to talk this over. So now it's all over BroadwayWorld. They may write another show.
Great.
Like, how cool is this? Like a 40-foot carpet. I mean, everyone under the sun is here, from the rock world to Broadway, from the theater, and everyone got the memo. It's like, let's rock out to the 70s.
It's cool when there's a show that's that's so everyone knows exactly how to show up. And this is a rock and roll show on Broadway. People know what to bring and how to bring it, and it's going to be a fantastic night.
But it's also great because Broadway is back. All the marquees are lit. I mean, somebody was telling me earlier they hadn't been in Midtown in a while, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at all the new marquees, and people lined up to buy tickets, and people are back. Yeah. It's really exciting, right?
Yeah, it's really moving.
It's so exciting. It's so alive and wonderful. Yeah.
Now, you just finished up a project, didn't you?
Well, I was doing a TV show in LA.
Yes.
And it'll be on in a few months.
Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah. It's called Shrinking. It's for Apple Plus, and it's with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. And have you heard of those people?
I've heard of it. Yes.
The latter is a real talent. I think he's quite going places. This one is Harry. We call him Harry.
Harry Ford.
It's from the people who make Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
It's a very sweet, moving comedy. It was awesome. Go out to LA, shoot some TV.
But working with that group, I mean, what is that like, being in the room with those two?
I hadn't worked with that many straight people ever.
But they're so funny.
Oh yeah, so funny, so sweet and just pros.
Yeah.
Doing scenes on the street or in a car, I had a scene in a car with Harrison Ford, and I'm like, doing a scene in a car with Harrison Ford. It's not a chase scene.
Yeah. Well, totally. It was a dialogue scene.
It was a dialogue, an acting scene. It was really exciting, really cool.
But those are the pinch me moments, because Brenda Vaccaro was on the carpet earlier. I love Brenda. She's done everything from Midnight Cowboy. I mean, we all,
Brenda Vaccaro
is here. Oh, you're going to flip. You have to go see her. But she was saying she was doing a film. Yeah, she was doing a film with Al Pacino, and the whole thing was ad-libbed. Al said, we're off the script. We're doing an ad-lib scene. And she's like, that's the best scene, when you sit with someone who's like, you just switch it up.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. And we would do that on the show too, like ad-lib. Or like the end of a scene, you keep going.
With Harrison Ford.
Yeah, with Harrison Ford.
All right, listen, I know I'm keeping you. They're holding the curtain for you two. Thank you for dropping by. So go on in there. Outfits of the night right here. Get on in there, because Marie's going to shut me down. Curtains going up. It's all fabulous. Curtains going up. Like I said, we hope you enjoyed our opening night coverage of Almost Famous. If you haven't gotten a ticket, get a ticket to this wonderful show. And for all your theater coverage, look no further than Broadway World. We'll see you soon. Have a great night.